Hello, streaming worlds, YouTube and Twitch. I know, two streaming services. I've been one for a while. Today I'm kind of back with XSplit. I just want to stream today. I'm gonna be for real with you. I'm not trying to fight with anything. I'm not trying to have things work in line with each other. I just want to play some Mass Effect because because I know tomorrow I'm not going to be able to stream. Maybe Sunday I'm not going to be able to either, just because I know Sunday my brother got my dad some tickets, and I can't remember again because of the upcoming Father's Day. Hey, happy Father's Day to all you other you daddies out there. But yeah, my younger brother got my father some Sox tickets, and uh, yeah, we like I can't remember if it's for this Sunday or the following Sunday, but I'll find out. I got my fucking calendar open either way. And as much as I love doing this with you guys, I love my daddy even more. My papa. Okay, because I just realized saying daddy online has a completely different connotation, even though I was trying to be fucking sarcastic and shit with it. It has a completely different connotation with it. No, I mean my actual father. Okay. I'm just being a little shit right now. Oh Lord, oh Lord. But anyway, yeah. Today I just I want an easy stream. Do you feel me? Yesterday, I'm very. I realized you guys couldn't hear the video that I was watching either. To my fucking absolute annoyance. Let me make sure this works. Good, good, good. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm just yesterday just wasn't that good of a day. If I'm gonna be for real with you. If you will listen to me rant, I'm gonna rant for a little bit. Anyway, you don't have a choice. Where you're stuck here with me. Uh, yesterday, like where I was selling off a bunch of like old books, movies, and shit. Like, cause I was doing some spring cleaning in my place, and I just had a bunch of boxes full of shit that I had to get rid of. So I got rid of them. You know, some of them bittersweet, some of them whatever. So that wasn't too hard for me. I've been wanting to get this dishwasher that just doesn't work anymore out of my place. So for the longest, it's been on my to-do list. So I tried taking it out like front facing, but I kind of realized the counter kind of eclipse over the top back portion of this oh my god, of the washing machine. So it can't come out front facing, and if I want to try to do a sideways thing, I have to move out my fridge to move it, scoot it sideways. Cool. Took me forever to get the motivation to do it. I scooted out sideways. I get the fridge out. I'm trying to scoot this thing out. The hose that's connected the the dishwasher to the hot water to the hot water is very short, so it's kind of pulling the support wall that's holding up the counter that's laying underneath. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I can't get it through there. I'm looking at the hot water. All the tubes are in the back of it. What's blocking it is the support wall, where if I try to take it out or punch a hole in it, like everything will collapse in on it. And on the other side is directly by the sink, and I can't reach any of the hose to disconnect it. I realized they built this whole fucking counter around the hot water, and I don't have access to any of the hose. I can't get access to any of it, and I am livid. So if I want to get rid of this again, this dishwasher, or change out the hot water thing, because again, it's just like say it's old, it needs to be changed out, whatever. I have to get a completely new counter because they built it all around it. And Like, what the fuck is this? This bullshit. And I can't unconnect anything from it because it's it's just in there. And I didn't remember that that's what they had done until I remembered the fact that when I bought this condo, they didn't have any emergency shut off for the water that leads to the sink or the bathroom. There's no emergency shut off. And I forgot that we weren't able to get to any of the knobs on this heater to shut it off from there. So we had to shut it off for the building. And I had completely forgotten that's what we had to do. Where it was just a little while. It was just like for 30 minutes to an hour just to kind of change out some pipes and put in a knob basically to, again, shut off the water. And I'm just like, good lord. But nothing's easy, man. Nothing's easy. All right. And, that kind of went wrong yesterday. Me trying to learn OBS was a bit frustrating because it took me, like, again, like, say, I didn't stream yesterday until about a little, like, after around 3, I want to say. And I've been at OBS, I was at OBS trying to learn the ins and outs of it for the better part since 12 noon, a little around, like, a little before 12, let's say. And just learning everything needs third parties, and there's trying to get the third parties to operate without, like, some subscription based shit is just frustrating. I was trying to learn elements, but it wasn't playing nice really. It was just being weird, and I'm like, fuck me. Okay, I guess you get like, where if I had shatters, I wouldn't have been able to. You guys wouldn't have seen your own comments on the screen for all that fun stuff. It's just weird, man. Sometimes I'm still on Facebook, so sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, this comic artist just made a group. Do you want to join it?" And I'm like, "How do I get like so they don't just make pop-ups on my fucking messenger?" But anyway, whew, got that out of my system. Citadel, the Phoenix, touring the signal. Okay, I still got some dailies with some artifact. Privateer. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to him. The besieged base. Admiral Cacao has coordinates to the run by a Cerberus group. Need to investigate planet Benethio on your way to unleash the monstrosity in the Attican Traverse. Go to the Yangtze system in the Voyager cluster. Okay. No crazy shit here, is there? That was that was at the. Oh, I'm currently at the. Did I go to moon? Okay, I did. Argos. Okay, the Voyager cluster. Yahtzee! Alright, let me just check to see if there's anything in Amazon for me real quick, just as a little checking up on some things. Severe tremor. psilocybin. Sodomite. Yeah, but if there's nothing on those planets, then there's just nothing. Alright. Because usually there's at least one planet with something for you to look at. Or to, like, you know, like, oh, survey kind of thing. Let's see what we got. Hachira. Rare element survey. Thorium. Okay. Oh, you detected a weak signal coming from the far side of the planet Arlemithyr. Joker brought the Normandy around. Salvage team picked up a small escape pod trapped in orbit. There was a elongated thorium inside a few personal items and a protein database. Alright. Stay secret for long. Okay, not yet. Let's check this one. Ooh, what am I gonna see here? White metal. Okay. Okay. Um, did I do Rex last time? I get it. Rex and Leonard. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh Lord. Oh, caught up. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me use this special thing called the internet to, uh, cheat my way around. Benethu. Benethu. Adieu. Adieu. Okay, I can kind of... That. It might be easier to completely turn around than kind of snake my way. Research facility, no, no. Okay, so I'm taking on the research facility first. Okay. As much as I want to, Oh man, I love this terrain. Okay. Alright. We got no turrets. Anything outside? Doesn't look like it.
On my way.
Alright, let's get rid of that fucking map. Okay, I'm assuming we're all fucking equipped to the teeth, so... Alright. Man, I'm sure service won't be relevant in the future. Don't even think about it, guys. Okay, I got a little too... There we go. Oh, they got fucking Racknight. Okay.
Heads up! Powering up.
Got him. Strafing will only make you die tired. Come on. Oh, we got a sniper over here. To eliminate the threat at this facility, continue on to the next collapse. Okay.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Diagnostics.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Shepard.
Yep. That seems to be the case. Let's. Oh, I can't go to the back here. Okay. Wait, is there any? Yeah, it seems that this should be open, but okay. Maybe hitting the rack mat out of there was kind of a mistake. Okay, it'd be that way. Come on, everyone. Now let's check out that anomaly. Also, this morning I was watching Alicia X Light react to the whole Roblox. It's, older video, whatever. And yeah, it's crazy because I just didn't know the full scale of it. Oh man, it is just so sad. Oh, children's toys and ragged clothes inside stuff in the top monument alongside a broken. Good lord. Okay. Got this one, this one. There is something around here. Okay. Alright. Oh, wow, I was damn near close. Look at that. Let us become surveyors. Get some sweet, sweet minerals. Ah, there you are. Don't know what it is. However, uranium. Perfect. Rare elements. Alright. I think that's the... Yep, that would be the next thing. the next facility? Oh boy, more turrets. Okay, let me get rid of that fucking marker. Hey, they're powerless against me. But this is a facility that's gone rogue, and they ain't no rogue agent. I don't see them doing Mission Impossible movies. Has anyone ever seen that shit? It's very okay. It's very like, I want an action movie. I got an action movie. It's very much that. Oh, these guys are gathering around me. Oh, they're fucking around with husks. Alright. There we go.
Go, go, go!
Good word.
Hold the line!
Come on. Alright, that motherfucker's dead. Like I said, it's just a bunch of husks now. Oh! There's still one over here. I mean, I'm gonna get that gun back, but moon tools. Yeah, grab that one. Grab that one. Basically, I'm just. Okay. So at least I know it wasn't just like, oh, you lit up the fucking rack nine. You can't go in through this door now. Yeah, I'll have to fucking deal with it. Fuck. There we go. Oh. There are no signs of cacao among the creeper corpses. Must be one of the other labs.
Let's head to that next base, Shepard. This is my kind of mission.
Yeah. I'm sure it is, Rex. Let's see. I got Snowblind round 9. Wait, don't you fucking confuse me. I had fucking Polonium round 7. Let's see if I got anything. High explosive, high explosive. Okay, so nothing. Recoil 8 or kinetic coil 8. Let's see. So kinetic coil 8 is the highest you got. Combat optics 8. E 20. Sledgehammer rounds 8. It was incredible force. So it's the same heat absorption. Kinetic stabilizer 6. This is stability with minus advantage. Yeah, so wing rounds, combat up, E, kinetic coil 8. Oh, I'll give it the fucking heat dampening, yeah, so I can just keep shooting that handgun all day. All day and all night. I'm killing. Oh, they're starting to creep up on me, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the fucking too crazy. I don't know. I still like the Colossus. Medical interface 7. Ooh. Kinetic exoskeleton. Hmm. Oh, it just goes down by 1, but everything else goes. Yeah, get rid of the crossfire. What are we even talking about? Tungsten lens. Stabilizer 4. Kinetic coil. I'll give it the stabilizer. Stabilizer 6. Just for her. Yeah, she needs that fucking. The firestorm. Oh, that might have to go to Rex. Oh, yeah. He's gonna have the fucking. Yeah, okay, I got a bunch of these. Yep, they're getting my fucking Christmas gifts. The cryo rounds 7. Yeah, they're called snowblind rounds now. Kinetic stabilizer 4. I'll give it the 5. And hang. Crap off 6. Why is the heatsink so doesn't show yellow on this one? Okay. Consider everywhere. 7. I'll give it the rail extension. Seven. Oh, that's the one I just fucking. Sometimes you just gotta forget what you're doing. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny about it, but sighting and rail extension 6. Nah, I'll keep her at Cipher 12. Okay, so she's doing that for me. The Savant's 9. Yeah, I'll give you a Savant 9. So it goes down a bit for, but then the other ones go up. That sounded so stupid when I said it out loud. It goes down a little bit, but then the other ones go up. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not everything, but okay, so the Phoenix 10 would be the most profitable or most beneficial to do. Yeah, yeah. Shield interface 8. Oh, medical. Yeah, I'll give her the exoskeleton. Okay, so for shield interface, let's see. Oh, yeah, so I'll just kind of let those go up. Okay. Alright, Rex, let's see what you got. Yeah. Alright. Inferno rounds, kind of coil. Nothing. Yeah, that's kind of all up to par. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I do think I completely got Rex up to snuff. Combat exoskeleton 8. Oh, so basically just put it up to a 9. Good, good, good. And energized plating. Basically, yeah, it's just if I just wanted to switch it to something. Okay. That's where all the fun is. It's in the numbers, guys. Don't forget. Oh boy. Okay. Is there any? Yeah, there's something right here. And then I can just kind of go up to that last one and then I hit the debris. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Holy shit, I got like right on top of it. That's crazy. Paladin. Oh. Heavy metal. That was such a weird movie. Why would they reference it here? Bum ba dum bum blah. check. Make sure it really isn't anything. Yeah, that's okay. It's all really close right there. Okay. Hey, Steambot, Dreambot. My God, the gang is never complete without Chatbot. I almost forgot. Fuck me. Okay, there we go. Alright, I see it. Get rid of that marker. Whee! Bad. Alright, now to search for some horrors beyond mankind's recognition. The fuck is this? What? I've been playing with that too much. I'm switching that game. Oh man, the general's dead.
You must die.
Good. I must. I must die. Oh, they're dead. Why? Okay, it's showing like way more enemies than. Okay. That's the diagnostics. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, fuck.
Time to get Kahoku some payback.
All clear.
That's what those. Okay, I was wondering. You check for a pulse, but find none. Admiral Koku is dead. Despite the ferocity of the creatures he was sealed in with, there's no signs of trauma on his corpse. The needle marks on it suggest a different means of execution.
Oh, goddess. It's Admiral Kahoku.
I guess Cerberus found him after all.
Oh man. We found him. Worst way possible. Ah, how bittersweet. My last name is Planet. Oh, hot fucking book. Alright. Ah, there you are. Okay. Let's see what this probe has for me. Oh, okay. Oh, protein mound. Ah, I thought it was gonna have, like, something else, actually. Ah. You never have what I want. Damn you, probes. Found a facility, head to the. We found a conducting regurgitation. Okay. I was just trying to understand what I was reading. My bad. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Besiege base, privateers. Uh, yeah. You know what? Let's go to the. Garrison. Oh, I'm sorry. Hostile takeover there. That's what. Are located in the Han of the. Okay, so the two criminals of the Han system cluster die. Okay, so the Hades camp cluster. Okay. I thought it was going to a full another S system. Okay. That's a horse head, maybe. Give me a second. Maybe I misunderstood. Right? God damn it. The Han system of the Gemini Sigma cluster, and then the Die system of the Hades Gamma cluster. Okay. So the Die system of the Hades Gamma cluster. Continuous. Oh, the dice. You know what, let's kind of go around. A little exploring, guys. A little space exploring. Oh, look. Hot asteroid. Nothing. Or it's something I already kind of observed and concluded it's useless. Alright, let me just kind of circle this a little bit. Oh. Virulence. Okay, I got Cologne. Let's go. Outer. I don't think there was anything coloring. You know, maybe I didn't visit this one after all. Okay, I can kind of give it a little look-see. Might just be a random old planet. Garrison Liara. Because they're blue. Well, pressure. Oh. Tali. That's Liara. Fuck. It's because I just saw her, so that's what I said, but. Oh, word to the wise online. Never do that in real life if you're talking to a girl. Never accidentally refer to her as someone else's name. They don't like it. I'll say that. Oh yeah, that's the words of wisdom from me. Oh my god. Oh, unfortunately, it's usually like where I've accidentally done some shit like that. Where not like again, not like on some like, oh, you're with a partner and you call her someone else. Like it was more of, I was just talking to someone accidentally further than by someone else's name because I was just talking to them like just a minute ago, and I got Gone Girls mad at me before over that shit. Oh man, the trouble and madness I found myself in. Some more? We've grown past the need to shave our cocks. We've grown past the need for asses. This is... Let me just... Time to... Fuck. Oh yeah. Matrix, right? Oh, okay. I found some shifting through, discovered a painter doing writing. It's in bad shape, but most of it's still intact. Cool. Close the transmitter. Your comms pick up a recording of a wistful string quartet. The power system down. Whoever lived here, they haven't been back for some time. The crates covered in clothes, chalky dust, and status lights of the shack. Is that 0 armor? Up, so. Oh, more. But it looks like someone lived in this place. A small crate held writing. It's fairly good condition, unlike the food. Let's go in the wall safe. Oh, fuck me. Oh. Low time rounds and tungsten rounds. And more of... It's not gonna... We discovered... Frying. Did she just straight up live here? Matriarch Daling? Okay. Now I can kind of do something with the Yeah, bitch, yeah. Wee as I go driving. If I do have time over the weekend, I must learn more of the ins and outs of the plugins for fucking OBS. I know I'm not complicated, but to have a smooth, not crossover, but collaboration with those around me, I must learn. And all I do is cry. Oh, there you are.
Redeploying.
Antonio. Oh, fuck. Okay, I got myself a little confused there. Alright, got some rare elements. Oh, there's something over here, though. Over by this Whispering Willow. There's something there. Around here. Again, like, because I kind of try to keep my ear to the ground online for the happenings and the... Not a crazy controversy, just something I kind of... I've seen, I guess, people online are kind of starting to turn on South Park, I guess. It's hard for me to kind of really understand, like, oh, what audiences. Got him. But yeah, like who exactly is kind of like, oh, just not,
En route.
you know, or they're just talking to shit or whatever. Just like yeah, South Park, it's never been good, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, oh, this person must have died attempting to salvage or crash satellite. Okay, so it's just that corpse and not the... Okay. It'd be that way. Oh, then there's fourth. Okay. There's a Thresher Maw pit there. Okay. I know fucking entrapment when I see one. Okay. I do love the fact that now my how to fight Thresher Maws, I'm a lot more comfortable doing it. Are there as many as in the sequel games?
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Oh. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just kind of driving right now. Okay. Shut up, Joker. No one likes you. Bam, baby. Oh, okay, so here's the...
Redeploying.
Crash Pro. What am I doing? Perfect. It's around here. Yep, there's gonna be a thing. Let's get rid of that fucking marker before it distracts me as I fight this. It's a nest. Damn, just die. Oh. Whew. That's how I earn the big bucks. By killing all these Thresher Maws, I kind of make the universe a little safer to traverse.
I'm on my way.
Oh. Oh, there's a science base. Okay. Oh, it must be on the other side of this ridge here. Yep. Oh, I see it. Oh, I don't see any hostiles. That's good.
Got it.
Nothing here. Nothing there. It is a little annoying that a lot of this is set dressing, but then sometimes there is shit out there. Uh, what do you know? It's just to take down the terrorists, but remember, check your targets. Civilians are also addled by the drug. They'll wander off in the middle of the fire. Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, what's happening here? Citizen scientists.
I gotta be more careful.
Or no.
Hostiles!
Oh, I'm stuck in a wall. Uh, oh my god, it glitched. Okay, Unity, Marksman, Sabotage. Good lord. Oh my fucking gosh. It glitched me into a... Ah. Oh my fucking... No. Where they did the thing. Okay. Unity, shield boost. My fucking
Not now,
god.
Shepard. Take out those hostiles.
Okay, can I? Because it kind of like that when they use that fucking.
Take out those hostiles!
Oh, wait. No, I kind of want to know what I was trying to do. Okay, you know what? Let's see if I can kind of catch myself in the in an actual explosion. Okay, well, plus I need to. Or it's my own shit.
Eat this.
Okay, I can't crouch. I can't. Sabotage. Can I ever use lifts? Or do you mean? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Well, I gotta turn off the game because it glitched and put me in a fucking wall. God, I just love how. Oh, yes. I love this shit. Okay. Well, that just tired me the fuck out. Oh, man. You ever get that? Oh, man. What? Of course he wants. Like, yeah, do you want to fucking. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what? I gave you guys a good little hour of. Maybe I can play a game that's. What have I played recently? What am I in the mood for? Oh, you know what? I love Crony. Let's play some Chrono Gear. OpenGL plus. Wait, I forget what the difference is between these two. You know what? I'm just gonna play Chrono Gear. Yeah. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, it kind of gave me like two options. Like, oh, do you want to play Chrono Gear or do you want to play Chrono Gear with OpenGL? And I'm like, oh, I forgot what OpenGL is. It's been a while. Let me just, yeah, let it load, let it load. I don't want to scare the poor old thing. There you go. All right, give me a second. Let me just add a sauce. Add the sauce. The sauce, baby. Look at that. Move this down so it can't overpower me. I must overpower it. There we go. Look at that. Look how good. Oh wait, what am I? Oh, the audio is really low. Oh, I put it down to fucking. That's why. All right. Let me see how it is compared to my audio. Yeah, that's about fine. Like I said, that's always a thing for me. I always want it balanced. Oh wait, no, file select. Yeah, stocking. I kind of want food, but eating food on stream, I just feel so self-conscious. World space, world of chaos. Alright, let's go to the world of space. Yay. You guys certainly are on top of things here. Did you have all this prepared in case of doomsday or something? It's the same shit like back when I was a princess. Did anyone tell you my backstory? About how I ran away from a planet and came to Earth? First time hearing it. It's a long story. Very long story. I kept it tuned up just in case I need a quick getaway. All that paranoia paid off, though I never imagined my escape my arranged marriage trip. I might survive the rapture of time and spaceship. Interesting. Hey, do you know what do you mean the food? It's a secret code word. Say it when you're about to get shot. How am I supposed to know when I'm gonna get shot? I think Kubo's the only one with a gun. So if you hear Kubo shouting, just preemptively say banana bread. Okay, not sure what that's gonna do for me. Now that you mention it, saying banana bread might draw too much attention. I think of a better code word. Maybe you should make a code word for after someone gets shot so that it can get help. Well, in that case, how does banana blasted sound? I got banana blasted after. Yep, there. Banana blasted. Do her eyes like follow me?
Hello, Crony.
Kronichua. Hey, I got something that might be interesting. Really? Actually, it's better to say someone. Here. Oh, wow, what happened to her? The shattering might have been put her to sleep. I found her laying in an hourglass. Let's see. Oh, excuse me.
All done.
Who do we got? I don't know everyone's lore. For shit. Anya. Oh, I don't know her, actually. Fuck. Of course, once I'm streaming, I just start sneezing up a storm. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Kyla. Wait. Are we in space? No. We not gaslight the weapon. Hi, crony. What happened while I was out? Delicate way to explain this. It's actually crazy. I crashed into a big important clock and all we got turned upside down. Okay. Crony, what happened? Time and space, bro. Am I gonna have to find someone else? I'm telling the truth. No, Crony's not. You're not helping. You're telling the truth. Maybe I should just go back to sleep. Do you want to see everyone? I can give you a tour. That sounds nice. Thank you for finding your crony. Here, have this. It was inside the space rock I cracked it. Ah, okay. Thanks, Kala. I'm getting my gears together. I wonder if I'll meet Callie. Oh god, what do you have? Pretty sure how's your head? I felt better. I thought someone wanted to time would be a little tougher. Don't kick me while I'm down. My bad, my bad. I'll be put all the brooms on board. I'll hit you with a mop and see how you like. A mop? To clean up your language. Hey, Kubo. I kind of know you. At least I'm more familiar with Crony, Callie, Kiara. Hoshinova Castle. Alright. Well, that was easy. Hand over the power cell and this won't get messy. Hey, Crony. You surrender? I'm done with the princess of Candy Kingdom and now the moon itself. I'm innocent. I just want internet. What? It's a long story. We don't have enough power. Nice try. Marine said she traded you a power cell. We're gonna work on the castle. Yeah, we have a problem. How much do you know about the moon? Not made out of cheese? Not powered by cheese either. You know who I am, right? You're Muna. Right, I'm just Muna. Usually I'm sharing this body with the moon aspect of Hoshinova. There's an artifact in Luna's castle that attunes me to the power of the moon and grants me the building power. God! So you're telling me you're a battery? Yep. Give me a light bulb and I can show you something cool. Yeah. My look nights have all gone crazy. I just wanted to play with the artifact. I was too dark and scary to go in. So that's why you needed it. It doesn't matter. You hand it over. Hey, Crony, how about you get inside and fix our problem? You can't be serious. If you help us, I'll give you the power cell. Or I could just beat you for it. Still wouldn't know where it is. Fine, I'll fix your fucking castle. You'd be grateful for this, sure. Make sure to smack you in the head. Nap time is over. Nap time is nigh. Oh, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, I'm grateful that Luna let us stay here after the shattering. We fought valiantly to defend her castle, but alas, the darkness is too strong. I cannot believe how many rooms are in this castle. It feels smaller on the outside. Take care not to get lost, Warden. Alright. Tragedy. My brothers in arms have had their armor stolen. Fear not, however. We wear backup armor underneath the plating. So fucking stupid. Wait, who the fuck is this? You see a light, guided to the darkness, and more paths will be revealed. Prepare yourself, Warden. Good luck. Oh boy. It's gonna be like actually navigating in the dark. Oh. Yay. Oh, this is gonna be a little annoying to navigate. Okay. All right. Look at that. Look at the music notes. I also don't like the fact that he told me not to get lost. Oh, listen to that music. Alright. I'm guiding my lights. Hold up, I see a ledge there. You can't trick me. Oh, cool. Yay! Just the way he screamed was kind of funny to me. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I thought it was to kind of jump to, jump higher and higher. Alright. Not quite. Alright. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, I wasn't trying to do that. Alright. He's dead. Trying to put these things down. The animals they are. Okay, so okay. These can go this way. Okay. There we go, Naruto run. Oh man. No! Oh. What was the point of this area? I guess to show you can fall, but alright. The lights guide me. Look at that. Alright. Camera. Come on, crony. 100. Oh. Alright. Yay! Wow, yippee yay! The world is opening up. The world is also a vampire. You're living on top of Nosferatu. Well, I just said the dumbest shit I could think of. Are you not entertained? The world is the dumbest bull that will ever be. Oh Lord. Well, this is ominous. Where could the darkness be coming from? Did somebody say... Very funny, Moon Eye, you have... Did somebody say darkness? The door to darkness! Just see fucking Charlie the Court ass. Oh, who's this? Oh, fuck. Oh, I can cheat my way out of this one. Ah, I know what I gotta do. I'm a fool. What the fuck? There has to be another way to attack this thing. Oi, you! How dare you defy your princess? Yeah. Alright. Here. I'm tired. Need games. Already? You got an opening, Crony. Make the most of it. I can see it, yeah. Alright, I killed it. don't even know what that armor was. Let's find out. I kind of got so locked in, I forgot to kind of commentate. And that's that. Not bad, crony. Not bad. As if I could ever be bad at something. What about the time you don't finish the sentence? Anywho, here's your artifact. Now, never ask me for anything. I'll do it. I'll put it back. Since I knocked over the artifact, must be wanting to return it. You too, huh? Why, of course. Any good ruler must fix up their own mistakes by themselves. So, Muna, I must apologize. I moved into your castle along with my Luke Knights and claimed it as my own. And you accepted it. You let us move in. I made things bad by mistake, and I'm very sorry for that. It's all good. Really? Yeah, it's no big deal. Accidents happen. Your company's funny anyway. I see. Wait, funny? I take back my apology. Before you two fight, let's actually return the artifact, shall we? Yeah. And let there be light. Now the power of the moon. I must kick your ass. I did it. I did it. Well, I don't think it would be very fair to say that after all we've done. Instead, I hereby declare we did it. We sure did. Now about that power cell. Oh, sure, deal's a deal. Here you go. One power cell as promised. I should have robbed you. Oh, crony, you know that's no way to talk to a woman. What happened to a simple thank you? Muna, what's wrong? Nothing. Your Highness, are you unharmed? I'll leave you to the masses. Cool, thanks for your help, crony. They hide a Lofi for me. Iofi? Bye, lady time lady. Lady time lady. The fucking... You remember Animaniacs, that little girl? Goodbye, Miss Little Suit Lady. Mr. Man.
Mission accomplished.
It's Dad. You got it. It wasn't too bad, right? I'll refrain from answering that. How far are we from Loey? Doesn't matter, we should catch up, no problem with this. Mila! What's he yelling for? Nice. I'll put it back.
It's ready.
Yeah. We finally end this. You've been a huge help. We wouldn't have gone this far without you. That's an extreme amount of flattery. Go out of my head. Who am I kidding? I'm so good. Give me 1 second, okay? I really am hungry now. I'm gonna cook some like a shortbread pizza thing. Right, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. So it's gonna be about like 14 minutes. Huh. That's the spirit. When you're ready to consult the terminal, closing for the confrontation. It's the power switch. Cool. Oh. Cool. Oh. Oh, is it over here? Nope. I don't think so. I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Yay! Look at these people. Oh wait, this half and hash. God damn it! You're holding out on me. Yay! Oh, I finally caught up to you. But you wanted this, didn't you? Little crony. You've been collecting a lot of golden gears. You even stole the gears here before I could grab them. Stole? I'm the owner. You're a thief. I disagree. Those gears belong to our leader. Lapis Dia Highest Death 13 Dianara Art of the Impact Sign Emperor Road of the Dark. What? Our leader, Laplace. I'm not even gonna question how you make that sound with your mouth. I know Hollow X is behind this. I'm here to put a stop to it. Hand over Sana's limiter. Going for the limiter instead of the gear I have? I feel like I'm facing a different opponent than the one I expected. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm taking any gears you have too. You can't. I'm using a gear to reverse the limiter on Gano. Ganmo? Ow. Owl. As a big guy, I'll be respected no matter what. He talks? With reverse limiter, Ganmo can cut down the search for golden gears in half. This increased power is necessary to achieve our victory. However, you're a persistent threat to us. I'm not afraid to make a sacrifice here. Hand over your gears, I'll return Santa's limiter. No. I see, then I'll offer even you can't refuse. With a life supply of mirrors, I'll sell you for the golden gear. How big is the lifetime supply? If you place down payment, I'll show you. I'd like to stay big and wealthy, so this is the best option for me. I'm not falling for this. I'll be taking what you owe me by force. So be it. I'll face me down and Gano together. You now fear the chair. Prepare to journey. Oh, good lord. Look at that. Flying around at the speed of sound. Nowhere to go. Follow my rainbow. Come on. Woohoo! I'm here for Gahoos! Hammer. You're powerless against me. I have a surfboard. You don't. You will not evade my hotline. Got her. Go, crony, Louis down. It's just Genmo now. Ah! God damn it, that fucking owl. Alright, you ain't getting the best of me out of this one. Now time to fucking fly. I don't know what I'm... Alright, I got it down. Alright, you ain't getting me this time, you stupid ass bird. Alright. Time to fucking... New Codex Veil. I got it out. The Owl Man. I got the gear. New achievements. I'll be taking that. Now the limiter is finally going to go to its rightful owner. Brett, Pierce is the sorry, little guy. Maybe next time you'll have what it takes to be a big shot. Don't take the victory against you personally. I just did what I had to. Of course not. You defeated us fair and square. The hurts law. The loss hurts, but in the end, it's just business. How reasonable you, despite your previous transgressions. If I had known any better, I'd be inclined to invite you out for a chat sometime. What a charmer. Glad to know I'm still worthy of your hospitality. I'm aware of our current circumstance, which never permitted it, but I'll help Lapidus too. Lapis, something to laugh. I can be generous to you, maybe, but not her. She's the one who wants me dead. The idea of this would be laughable. Please understand, Polo X's goal is a simple one. It started as just Lapis's dream. Laplus's dream. Now it's a dream we all share. Because, for all her talk, we understood Lapis' true intentions at heart. I don't suppose you're going to inform me of these intentions? Not that doing so will clear your names or anything. If that's the case, then I'm afraid elaborating isn't in my best interest. Regardless, when she came forth with the new plan to achieve her dream at last, we were happy for her. And yet, looking back, I can't help but consider these circumstances to be extreme. Extreme for Lapidus. Yep, I've known Lapidus for many years. Her good plan is for someone like her. It's... Perhaps I said too much. Well then, you say your piece before the court, and I considered deciding your sentence maybe. My sentence? Am I in trial now? Yeah. I'm the judge, is me. The jury is also me. Be glad I'm not an execution. Now I'm going to come with peacefully? Nope. Very well, lead the way. I gotta.
Mission accomplished.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, you're normal again. It's all thanks to you. Seriously, help me out on the sore spot just now. What a wave alert! I could scream. Now hold on. I'm glad I get to hug you again, Crowley. You too. Alright, no waterworks. We still got a mission. I'll keep an eye out on any loose gears bumbling about. There's no other worlds that still need your help, I bet. Of course. You'll be okay here? You court. No, I'll leave. Want another hug? Is that why you're hesitating? I'm leaving. Have fun. Alright. Save and... yeah. All right. Let's watch some goddamn YouTube shit before I do all that. Before I forget, let's change to something a little more place. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Wait, what? What happened? Okay, there we go. It got a little weird, a little fucky. What? Baby. Now a big boy. Let me just see how big this would be if I. Cool. I'm at the perfect size for it. Cool. You know when you kind of got to get ready for like just for like some other shit. Like I'm just like okay, getting everything a little together, a little something for the friends. I also just don't want to open up my fucking main menu here and just like have like, oh goddamn, you saw my passwords. I don't want that. I mean, you might want that, but I don't want that. Uh, sorry, I just saw some online. Might watch it. Hmm. No, I'm about to grab my pizza right now. I'm just kind of looking around to see if there's anything on my main page too that might be, just something to put on. Like I still have a backlog, but I'm just looking around. You feel me? Yeah. The best analog horror you've never heard of. I know this isn't your usual algorithm, but I still want to show you. Ooh, I could watch Mugen. Oh man. You know what? You know what? I'll put on Mugen. Fuck it. Yeah, it's a whole damn situation, but I'm curious to see how he tackles it. Give me a second. I'm gonna check out my food later. Wait a minute. I have returned from the war. Oh yeah, before I forget. Uh, there we go. Let's see. Now how do I talk? You know what? I'm just gonna let it go and see. Just like I say, because I remember Demi making a post about like where she doesn't like completely Rule 64 art of herself, though, and then Chibi Reviews kind of chimed in on it. She mentioned his whole situation with where like his friend got with his I forget if it was Chibi Reviews' girlfriend or his wife. I forgot what his relationship with his partner was. And where she kind of made fun of the fact that he got cheated and things like I said snowball from there. Is my knowledge of it. I kept up to it and then it kind of turned into a whole ass other thing of whether or not she had sex on stream, and I'm just like, I don't know. I can, it became immediately after that. I just felt tired. I can't imagine how she feels. Like I again, like I feel bad on that sense. Where I'm just like, fuck God. Anyway, let's uh, let's get into this. Good God damn, it's an hour long. Okay, let's do this.
Now, this might come as a shock to you,
Oh,
but the
Lord.
idea of being railed live on a Twitch stream is not really a new concept. Because back in 2022, that's actually exactly what happened.
Yeah.
A woman streamed herself with her boyfriend behind her, and it was just so blatant, so obvious that it went absolutely viral. In fact, I can't even show you the full clip because it's that blatant. This video will get age restricted. But yes, this is actually real. And back in 2022, people were shocked not just because of the act itself, but because it was done on a website where the youngest allowed age to make an account was 13 years old. So obviously, a ban was expected. But the thing is, people were shocked yet again, even more so than the first time, because they realized Twitch banned her only for 7 days, effectively giving her a 1-week vacation.
I knew there was another Twitch, like a Twitch person that kind of did that, but okay, we're going into her backstory to kind of set things up for the conversation that this becomes. Okay.
For getting her cheeks clapped live on stream. But here's the deal. This was someone who didn't really have a large following. In fact, she barely had any following at all. So here's the question of the day. What if this happened to someone with a large following? In fact, let's make it even more interesting. What if this happened to a VTuber? What's fascinating about this question is that they could technically do this and get away with it without suffering any consequences, because how would you prove it? You're simply only shown their model. Well, the good news is that for anyone asking themselves these very important questions, we now finally have an answer. This is because the VTuber Demi found herself at the heart of a scenario that looks just like that. And it was a disaster. What started out as a simple post outlining her fan art preferences.
Let's see. Just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe of art of me. But why did you make a VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just VTuber. Who do you think of when you see it? And it's like, her hair on a screaming hamster thing, and it's like I didn't really take it all that seriously. We're like, okay, she's giving an opinion, whatever. But I didn't take it to heart. Like, I mean, like I'm just like, okay, this is what you like, what you don't like, whatever. People took it so fucking personal, and I'm just like, good lord. Like, the Twitter confused me. Twitter niggas confuse me. Like, these motherfuckers, man. Like, it's okay, so, like, whether it be like, these right-wing chuds or these left little bitch lefties, like, it's so weird. Like, we're like, they both have this weird purity ring shit to them. but like for different extremes. It's
her community would somehow escalate into a nasty feud with another content creator, which
There
would
we
somehow lead people to find a VOD from August 10th, 2025, in which Demi streamed herself playing the game Outer Wilds. This was it. This was the VOD in which people were convinced that Demi was getting railed live on stream, but not just for a few minutes. Some would be convinced that this lasted for over an hour of just constant railing as she was trying her best to hide it by
Good
acting
Lord.
normal on stream. I mean, look at this novel here, which is meant to show you all the different timestamps she did something suspicious. This person would even go as far as labeling this whole debacle as Arc 1, Arc 2, Arc 3, Arc 4, Arc 5. And believe it or not, this is me barely scraping the surface here. Because then the narrative would shift into the fact that she was getting railed, yes, but by another guy as her boyfriend was sitting in the opposite room. Guys, this would go so incredibly viral that yes, not only would it trend on Twitter, but according to the website, there would be over 250,000 posts made about this topic in just 2 days. Tens of millions of people would see these posts, and it would spread all around the globe as far as China. I mean, you can even find people talking about this on Facebook. Hell, this was so significant that there's you can even find
VTuber bans fan art and regrets the incident. That's not what happened. That's not what fucking happened. You just said what she likes and doesn't like. The fuck is that article? Alright, I'm getting my next play. So, good lord. That's such a fucking. They're shitty for that. They ain't shit for that. Oh, the audio on this is gonna be absolute shit. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just eating and watching videos, bro. I'll eat as fast as I can, but I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
people talking about this on Facebook. Hell, this was so significant that there's even a dedicated Know Your Meme page about it now. This has piqued the interest of millions of people, and yet many have a hard time understanding it due to its needlessly complex nature. There are so many layers here, and so I figured I would make a video about it, explaining everything as objectively as humanly possible so that you can come up with your own opinion about it after understanding it, so that we can proceed to finally move on, because I'm tired of seeing this on my feed. And so, without further ado, you already know the drill by now. Let's do this. All right, so first things first, who the hell is Demi? Well, I think it's obvious by now, she is a VTuber, but not just any VTuber. Over the last few years, she has become one of the top English-speaking independent VTubers on the planet. Whenever she goes live, she averages around 3,400 viewers, with her always peaking around 4,000 to 5,000. The reason why this is significant is because recently Twitch started incorporating a new way to combat viewbots, implementing an aggressive viewer cap on people it thinks are viewbotting. As an example, Emiru recently had her view count reduced down to 10,000 viewers. During her streams, she usually always peaked around 20,000, and there she was capped at 10,000. This was Twitch saying that it thinks half her viewer count is fake. So for now, seeing that Twitch's viewer cap took no effect on Demi's channel, it meant that she had a substantial community and that it wasn't fake. But how did she manage to achieve this? Well, for people who are fans of her, it's fairly straightforward. They love her personality and her over-the-top reactions to many different things, whether she's reacting to a video or to a video game. At the same time, her model is very unique and very expressive too. It's easily recognizable, and
I wouldn't say unique, but it is very expressive. I'll give her that. It's one of the most expressive models I've seen in a long ass time.
there are people who watch her purely because they like the way she looks. But just like any big content creator these days, you can't have a fan base without having haters, and Demi definitely has haters. Their main issues with her are that she is a mean girl and that she can be irresponsible with her big platform. As an example, back in February 2026, she would tweet out, "Why is no one talking about the blatant view botting in the VTubing sphere?"
All right, I remember that. She got shit for that.
And then would proceed to call out someone specifically about
Yeah, this is what Olivia Monroe.
the VTuber Olivia Monroe, even going as far as contacting her talent agency at the time, Mythic Talent, to complain about this. Now, this was definitely controversial when it happened, okay? The problem with viewbotting, the reason why it's become such a big problem, is because unless the streamer themselves says, "Yes, I'm viewbotting," there's no other way to prove it. So to people who hate or dislike Demi or just disagree with her, this was as if a judge gave someone a death sentence without even bothering to conduct a DNA test. Now we still don't know whether Olivia actually did ViewBot because she hasn't streamed since the 26th of April 2026, and because of that, Twitch was not able to implement any view caps on her stream, right? She has to stream again for that to happen. And one example of her using her platform irresponsibly from people who disagree.
Like, hey, streaming is hard. It's really not. Oh, this is her fucking back and forth with Rosie Bell or Rosie Moo Bell? Rosie Bell. I get words mixed up in her name, but they call VTuber. Okay, so I'm a fan of both, but this this was such a weird back and forth. I'm gonna let him explain it. It was just like I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
with her is when she would express how she hates when people say that streaming is hard, that she's very privileged and very happy to be in this position. A way smaller streamer would have a disagreement with her on this topic, and it would lead into drama, with Demi personally calling them out on her stream, even though she has a way bigger following than them. So look, just like any content creator, she has supporters, she has people who dislike her, and she's been in her fair share of drama. But I assure you, there's nothing that she's ever been through in terms of drama that can even compare to the radioactive shit show that you're about to witness. So how did it begin? Well, it would all...
Oh, he didn't really show it. Okay. Like, I guess it's just so weird just because it was kind of like a big flash that led to nothing of them just not talking to each other. And I think being a bit passive aggressive, I'm going to be very real. But yeah.
all start on June 12th, 2026, when Demi would tweet out, "Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with NSFW art of me. But why did you make your VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy or hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just a VTuber. Who do you think of when you see it?" She would then clarify this point further in the replies, saying, "I just feel like there's so many other content creators who'd love to have artists draw them in that way, and it's wasted effort towards me too. But I'd like to make this clear. I'm completely okay with sexy stuff because I like sexy hot women, I just don't like porn." She would then reply to a couple of people who were confronting her about this point, saying, "What does this have to do with me? I don't go out of my way to stop people from doing what they want whatsoever. I just like saying my personal boundaries, tourist." So like, this was straightforward. This was directed towards her community. Hey, listen, I personally don't like seeing my character in these specific situations, but I don't mind sexy art. And so around 6 hours later, the content creator Chibi Reviews would see her post and would decide to quote tweet it.
Okay, yeah, people just started making porn out of no, like, it was like, yeah, that's kind of. I'll say this. Demi really should have known. Like, again, if that makes such an open invitation to the internet to do some shit like that. But yeah, here's here's Chibi Reviews. I'm sorry, talking about this whole thing.
Saying, "So you're uncomfortable with NSFW art of yourself, but repost NSFW art of yourself. This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me." A minute later, he would edit his post to remove the first sentence and would just say, "This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost." And so the repost in question would be Demi reposting art of her character in which she's showing a lot of skin, right? You have big stars that are covering her breasts, but at the end of the day, her character was wearing somewhat of a skimpy bikini, right? Now, normally something like this wouldn't really be very significant. People disagree with each other on Twitter all the time. They call out each other all the time. It's just the nature of the website and its algorithm. The reason why this was significant, though, wasn't necessarily because of the post itself, but it was because of the person who was posting it. Chibi Reviews. And for you to really understand the situation that's currently unfolding, you have to understand who this guy is. Chibi Reviews would make his YouTube channel around,
oh man, this guy. All right, let's do it.
12 years ago, and he would do exactly what his name entails. He would review anime. But even back then, he would get himself into some pretty rough drama. Just
Dead Brothers Dungeon. That anime, you fucked up talking about dead family members. Like, are you inhuman? Making fun of. You defended suicide, the one who just.
reviewing anime. Some people would disagree with his takes, some people would find him cringy, and it would lead to a number of people to find out that Chibi's older brother
with that whole
actually
thing.
died from suicide. This would prompt another YouTuber by the name of That Anime Snob to make a video criticizing Chibi, making fun of his dead brother. This was back in 2018, and back then, the
Yeah, that's out of fucking pocket for
wider
real.
anime community was absolutely shocked that someone would say something like this. At the time, Chibi reviews would get full support from other content creators that were his friends, like the anime YouTuber Mother's Basement, giving his full support, and also Joey Bissinger, otherwise known as the Anime Man.
I don't care if you have beef with people with you joke about suicide, you absolutely piece of human trash, deserves. Oh, okay. So anyway, Joey's friends with Chibi. Okay.
Saying, "How dare you say this to my friend? I hope you rot in hell." So drama has always been somewhat present in Chibi's life, but it would be nothing compared to what he would have to experience in the following years. You see, around the early 2020s, Chibi was
Hot take agenda. Agenda pushing has no place in translations for anything. When you change the work to fit your narrative, you shouldn't be a translator. As much as it's becoming popular, it makes sense. What?
start shifting his content more from just anime to anti-censorship and anti-tourist rhetoric. In other words, government should stay away from what I post on the internet, and people who don't understand anime should stay away from anime. So what defines a tourist? Well, to Chibi, it was simple. If you were someone who found LOLI to be repulsive, I can't say that word on YouTube, but in a nutshell, it's underage characters found in anime, then you were a tourist and you deserve to be called out for it. Also, if you found siblings doing the deed, so incest, to be repulsive or disgusting, then you were also very clearly a tourist. And you deserve to be called out for it. You don't belong in the anime community. He would make these points constantly. And while yes, he would grow a fan base, he would also grow a significant amount of people who hated his guts. And on October 3rd, 2024, his life would change forever due to those haters that hated his guts. He would post a clip from the anime Dandadan, saying the animators didn't need to go so hard for this scene. And in this clip, we can see one
it was like a rape scene, right?
of the two main characters who's in high school almost get taken advantage of, let's say, by a bunch of aliens.
Okay, I know why Mugen has to kind of cover her up, but we all know what it is.
And it would go mega viral. I mean, 21 million views. This is the kind of post you see if you're a normie with a freshly installed Twitter app. And barely 2 days later, he would find out that, well, due to this post, he would get doxxed. Someone would post actual images of the house that he lived in, as well as his brother's grave. And by the way, these aren't the only things that are available when it comes to Chibi's private information on the internet. There are literal wikis out there that contain every single address he has ever lived in his life, as well as his job history and the place he worked at. On October 6, 2024, a day later, he'd find out that the people who actually doxed him were Boruto fans. He'd make a video showcasing some of the things
If I ever saw you in real life, I would stomp your brains. Good
that
lord.
were being said to him. Like, if I ever saw you in real life, I would stomp the brainstem out of your head and spit on your shaking corpse, and would tell everyone that he bought a gun, so they're more welcome to come to his house to find out. He would also start a fundraiser, claiming that he was going to sue the people who doxed him. After raising $17,000, the fundraiser would, well, get taken down. When people brought it up, he would block them, and eventually he would explain to his community that he had to use these funds for urgent bills and emergencies, and for the
So he pocketed the money. Okay.
most part, if we're going to look
God, this is the thing about Chibi reviews. As much as I think he has the most fucking incel ass views and shit, the things that get done to him are just so egregious. But then he'll pull shit like this where he'll have like fundraisers and like charity shit and then just pocket the money, and I'm like, he has such a special way of bad things happening and then you don't really feel that sorry for him. He is very talented at that. Like, I don't know, what do you do, man?
at it objectively, his community, the same people who donated, were fairly okay with it. But if you thought that's where things ended, you'd be mistaken. Because on April 2026, yes, this is very recent, someone would post an image of themselves holding a shovel standing right behind Chibi Review's brother's grave. They would quote tweet something that Chibi was saying and say, in quotes, "It's just a drawing," referencing how Chibi doesn't mind LOLI, right? Drawings of underage children, and then would continue with, "Compelling argument, I'm digging up your brother and turning him into a chair." Now, it would turn out later that this image was AI generated, but initially, of course, it caused a lot of uproar, and it also caused a lot of celebration, right? It's important to point this out. For example, this Reddit post with 14,000 upvotes was literally referencing what had happened to Chibi in regards to that image. this really would go out of control, right? On April 20th, someone would post, found Chibi's brother's grave, LMFAO, and they would literally link his grave. And that whole thing about turning his brother into a chair, well, someone would post an image of a wooden chair in the form of a skeleton. And under it, I mean, this is going to be blurred, obviously, but under it, you could see the real name of Chibi's brother, his date of birth, where he was born, the date of his death, and the
fucking Boruto fans, or anime
exact
fans.
place where he's buried, like the actual address. 4 days later, Chibi would find out that there was someone on Kiwi Farms, I don't know whether it was jokingly or seriously at this point, to be honest, trying to convince a teenager to go to Chibi's house and assassinate him for $200. This would prompt Chibi to call law enforcement. Now, I can totally understand that if this is your first time hearing about this guy, you're probably absolutely shocked, like your jaw's probably on the floor. Don't worry, that's a totally reasonable reaction. In any case, this leads
That I didn't hear about. I was like, good lord. Like I heard about the brother shit, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with these fans? For real, just block them. Fuck, fuck it. Just ignore his ass.
me to the main point I want to make in telling you all this. When it comes to how people feel about Chibi, I'd say they can be divided into 3 different categories. Category 1 is people who are loyal to him and are his biggest fans. They believe he's 100% right, and that every bad thing that happened to him over the years was unwarranted, undeserved. Category 2, I'd say, is probably the majority of people, and it's people who maybe are neutral towards him or maybe completely disagree with him. But even so, Category 2 believes that this shit simply went way too far. It doesn't matter how much you dislike someone, threatening to dig up their dead brother is insane, and it's crossing every red line. And so this, of course, leads us to the last category, Category 3. These people believe that Chibi is a full-fledged pedophile, like literally on the same rank as Epstein, and that he not only deserves every single thing that has happened.
Unless he's actually done shit, like he's not really Epstein. Okay, so this also brings up the whole shoddy, lolly, Shota argument that they have in the anime community, and just my views on it. And basically, I'm throwing my sense on it. Do I believe it's CP? No. However, it's so adjacent that it's very uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable thing. I'll say that it's too adjacent to, like, again, just what it represents. Now, and that's in regards to illicit materials. Now, as far as their presence in anime, where it might be suggestive or even just their presence in the shows themselves, as far as the narratives are for, again, just for humor, or even in some of the where if you have like where they're not explicit but they're illicit, or like I said, just suggestive, like you're like a Rosario vampire ass show, or like High School DxD, like, and you had like just again just a kid character. It's very uncomfortable. It can be very for me it ranges from very uncomfortable on the more negative side to I find the character annoying on the more mundane side. And that's really where I fall. Usually I just don't even like the characters. Like, that's just me being real. Like, whether it be translation, whether I don't think anime just writes the characters all that well. It's or that's just where I fall with it. But as far as how they're used as the set dressings for you know sexual shenanigans and all that shit, where I'm just like, no, 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 shut it down. Like I said, but then sometimes you're like, oh, she's just a cute little character. She talks cute, or even if it's not, again, even suggestive, and it's just a kid character existing. Usually, I don't like kid characters; they suck. Ah, and yeah, that's where I lie with it.
To him over the years, but he actually deserves way worse. Now, what's really interesting about Category 1 is that even though they're not millions of people, they still hold influence because many of them are very vocal. and I'm going to show you an example. Around a month ago, Internet Anarchist, a YouTube channel with almost 2 million subscribers, would make a 30-minute video about chibi reviews. Chibi would see this and would tweet multiple times about how much he dislikes this video, how he thinks it's slander, and how it's defamation. Him simply tweeting this would send his loyal supporters to come and brigade the video. It's currently sitting at 4,000 likes and almost 7,000 dislikes, with thousands of comments, many of the top ones completely disagreeing with the video itself. In their opinion, Internet Anarchist was justifying the bad things that happened to Chibi simply because he likes fictional drawings of underage children, and that the biggest mistake he did was simply shitposting, trash talking online. So the point of this yapathon was to show you that Chibi calling out Demi like this wasn't insignificant. Once he signaled that he disliked something, once he signaled that someone was being a tourist or a hypocrite in this case, Category 1 viewers will go to that post and brigade it. That's exactly what happened here. Demi would notice this, right? She made this post specifically for her community and would see these people come brigade her post. And so instead of ignoring Chibi, she would choose to reply. She'd say, wait, oh my God, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her? LMFAO. So yeah, you're probably thinking, Mujin, you just told me about how this guy went through the 7 layers of hell, but you're telling me he also got cheated on? Yes. And this will be the last bit of context you need to understand what the hell Demi's talking about. 2 months before someone posted that AI-generated image of them digging up Chibi's brother, on February...
Yeah, this is kind of lost my best friend and my entire 24 hours. I'll put it like this. If you lose your entire friend group, your fiance, like, everyone, while the cheating is wrong, and with your best friend, it feels so much worse. To lose your entire support group, either you are completely blind to some very basic things, or you're such a fuck up that no one felt sympathy for you who knew you personally. Again, that's just, again, like, if everyone close to you doesn't even really fuck with you, then I'm sorry, there's a problem. And it's not everyone else, I'll say that. I don't know what it is, but that is a good rule of thumb to have.
12th, 2026, Chibi would tweet out, just lost my fiance, my best friend, and my entire friend group in 24 hours. I have never been more alone than right now. This would also go extremely viral at almost 20 million views, 6,000 replies. Many people had things to say, whether it was to show him support or gloat. But it was mostly gloating, as you can see from some of the top replies. Chibi would then make a video further explaining what happened. In it, he'd reveal that his fiancée of like 10 years cheated on him with his best friend, someone that he's known for a very long time, I believe since childhood. Now, this is already horrible, right? But somehow it got worse because the friend group that he shared with his fiancée, upon hearing this, upon finding out that she cheated on him, would still somehow side with her, okay? Completely ditching Chibi and continuing to hang out with her and his ex-best friend, even though he had just gone through probably the worst moment in his life. According to him, this would lead him to drive out into the wilderness with a bunch of drinks and hope to leave this planet. He'd then say that one of his online friends would panic about him, call emergency services, and have him be picked up and sent to a hospital. And that's why he survived. Now look, obviously this doesn't happen every day. Someone cheating on you with your best friend, that's...
Wait, 10 years, man? Jesus Christ, dude, I wouldn't wish this on my greatest hater. Johan!
Sounds like something you'd find in a movie, like a nightmare scenario. But the fact that the friend group also sided with the fiancé, that was crazy. And what really didn't help here is that whenever someone online would say that Chibi is a virgin or that no woman loves him as an insult, Chibi would constantly flex the fact that he had a girlfriend or a fiancé, right? So him revealing this information to the world essentially meant that people were never gonna let this go. However, at the end of the day, this wasn't just probably one of the most significant things that happened to him in his life, but it's also one of the most significant things that happened to him in his content creation career. After some time recovering, he would tweet this out saying, "Seeing how happy it would make my haters if I died, I live out of spite. Also seeing what I've seen today, I'm going to double down too out of spite. Before I go any further, to those that..."
Oh no. Wait, I never read this before. Wait, seeing how happy it would make me if I died, I'll live out of spite. Okay, and I'll sing what I've seen today. I'm going to double down too out of spite. Before I go any further, to those that reached out, I promise to respond and go through all it later. I noticed a lot of pattern recognition from certain groups too. Always the party of acceptance people, multiple flags, bid indication twos. Certain animals pretending to be human with subpar intelligence. I'm also pro ice, and I think it should not be in my. Where the fuck did that? Okay, of course he's. All right. Again, just you see how that came like just out of nowhere at the end. I have a feeling he just fucking tweaks out, in behind closed doors too, and he'll just say some shit like this, and they probably got sick of it. Unfortunately, they probably did have conversations with it, but they should have cut him off and then broke up and shit like that. That's just me being real, but goddamn.
Reached out, I promised to respond and go through it all later. I noticed a lot of pattern recognition from certain groups too today. Always the party of acceptance people, multiple flags are a big indication too. Certain usage of gifts as well, animals pretending to be human with subpar intelligence. I am also pro-ICE and I think illegal immigrants should not be in my country. So this tweet was fairly significant because it pretty much showed us two things. The first thing was that he was fully transitioning into political content creation. This was not simply about anime or tourists or free speech and anti-censorship. This was now also about political content. And the second thing here was that he was going to continue doing what he's always done, rage baiting and posting about his controversial opinions while calling out people he disagreed with very openly. But now this would be amplified. He would do it more and on a different level. Here's an example. As far as I'm aware, based on his online history, I don't think he would have quote tweeted a post like this a year or two ago. No, this is recent. And from then on, he would also make it a point to talk about how many impressions he's getting on the website and how much money he's making. In this post, he would flex that he was making almost $2,000 while thanking his haters for paying for his.
I'm sorry, I did walk away for a second. I'm sorry, I thought I had to throw some away, and I thought I saw something. Let me rewind that. I'm sorry for that, guys. Made you better. Oh,
More and on a different level. Here's an example. As far as I'm aware, based on
she got the pass somewhere. Oh, fucking course.
his online history,
Of course, this motherfucker loved that word. What kind of these fucking chuds? I swear.
I don't think he would have quote tweeted a post like this a year or two ago. No, this is recent. And from then on, he would also make it a point to talk about how many impressions he's getting.
Mm. Sorry, I grabbed some raisins too, but I get paid almost $1,000 every 2 weeks. On X for shit posting, loving tall women brings me joy. You couldn't accomplish this without my community being just as supportive. Maybe I should commission an artist in the future with this money I get. Also, thank you to haters for paying my electric, water, and internet phone bill. This is why I said don't ever interact with these motherfuckers. You're paying their bills, man. For real. Like like what do you say? Like he's right. He sucks, but he's right. Just press the ignore button, block. Stop interacting. Stop talking about these people. They suck. They don't deserve your attention. But then you kind of have to pay attention because what happened to him did suck. Like it's so fucking.
On the website and how much money he's making. In this post, he would flex that he was making almost $2,000 while thanking his haters for paying for his bills. Alright, I promise. Now you know all the context you need to know about Chibi in this video. When it came to Demi's reply though, one can interpret it in multiple ways. The first one could be, oh, she noticed she's being brigaded, she sees the source who's causing this, and the only thing she genuinely knows about Chibi is the fact that he's that guy that got cheated on, seeing how viral that tweet went. The second interpretation is that she saw where this was coming from, she found it to be Chibi, and she decided to be a mean girl. Hell, you might even think it's both interpretations. Up to you. Point is, she thought this was an easy slam dunk, and it kind of was. She did end up.
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of see that as both. I'm gonna be for real. Like he took the first swing. She was the first one to really go below the belt. I'll say that.
Ratioing him, and to people who actually use this website, this means that it's somewhat of a victory. Chibi would reply to her reply and say, so you avoid answering why you retweet NSFW every avatar despite being upset about it in your post, then you cheer on cheating. Interesting. This would prompt Demi to say, my bad for not wanting to see my model getting pounded. If people want to keep drawing it, then it's.
Wait. I just feel there's so many. Make this clear. I'm completely okay with this. Oh, wait, what? Oh shit. Okay, that's a screenshot. I'm reading the thing that got circled. I thought that was Mooch, and okay, that's Demi. My bad for not pounding. If people want to see, keep drawing it. It's their choice, but I'm not going to support it. Does that make sense to you?
Their choice, but I'm just not going to support it. Does that make sense to you now? And she would include a screenshot of exactly what she said in the reply to her post, saying, I'm completely okay with sexy stuff because I love sexy hot women. I just don't like porn. To which Chibi would say, so you could have answered first like this, but used personal attacks and cheered cheating. Not a good look. Now look, as a normal employed person watching this video, you might think to yourself, okay, well, I guess this is where things end. It's a public spat. These two had mean things to say about each other. I'm sure people will move on. Well, no. Things would get so bad in the coming 2 days that people would forget what started this to begin with. This was nothing more than the spark that lit up Chernobyl. Just so we're clear here, the spat between Demi and Chibi would occur on June 13th. It really would take less than 24 hours
I saw
for
this
this
photo rolling around a little bit, and I'm like, oh.
to become very significant, with people even drawing fan art about this incident. But even before these 24 hours had passed, even during June 13th, this
Guy's fiance cheats on, oh, it's Perry. Cheats on him with his friend. Friends know and don't tell him, pointing and laughing at him for your own ex-husband in 2024. Gathering sympathy for your own abuse, but then turning around and making fun of someone else's abuse. You are a hypocrite, then. Yeah. I love Demi. I love Parrot. He's right. Like, it's some hypocritical shit. Wait, hold up. What? Okay, wait. It looks like the screen froze. Give me a second. Oh, okay. No, it was whatever was happening was just on my screen. My bad. Anyway, let's see what else we got.
would escalate to another level when the YouTuber Parrot4chan would quote tweet what Demi said to Chibi, right? Asking, aren't you the one that was cheated on? And saying, guy's fiance cheats on him with his friend, friends know and won't tell him, point and laugh at him for it, LMFAO, your own ex abused you in 2024. Gathering sympathy for your own abuse, but then turning around and making fun of someone else's abuse, you are a hypocrite, Demi. There will be an image attached here of a post Demi made talking about this abusive relationship a while back, in which she described
After dealing with things like being broken and thrown, screaming in my ear till it rang, having to scream for help till my voice broke because I didn't want my phone taken from me. Since I took photos of what happened, being pushed, verbally assaulted, the constant lying, the bruises being held, I just want to move on. Okay.
the terrible things that were being done to her. Now this post would be significant because many people who were disagreeing with Demi or having a problem with her didn't really know her that well, didn't really understand her history. This would start a new narrative. She wasn't just a hypocrite because of her NSFW takes, no, forget about that. She is now a hypocrite when it comes to relationships, making fun of someone at their lowest point when she had been in one too. What some others also pointed out was that ex of hers had actually stabbed her, and Demi claimed that this was because she was trying to save him from a suicide attempt. A while ago, she had even made a post saying that she does not regret doing that, and that if you make fun of it, you're an absolute waste of air. So now she wasn't just a hypocrite when it came to relationships, she was a hypocrite when it came to mental health. More specifically, suicide, because Chibi was about to leave this planet due to what happened to him with his ex. Another narrative popped up, with people digging up old tweets of hers where she was saying Happy Men's Day to my fellow men. To the people criticizing her, this meant that she never cared about men's mental health because she's so easily making fun of Chibi and what he went through. And still, on the same day, okay, a third narrative would pop up. This user would post a 2-minute
this is the one that I remember. Alright,
clip from a VOD from 10 months ago in which Demi was playing the game Outer Wilds. They would say, big talk from someone who got railed on stream, afraid of NSFW, my ass, tagging both Demi and Chibi. Now this was very significant because this post had received almost 10 million views. And within literally just a day, we're still June 13th, 3 different narratives were created, all attacking Demi at the same time. This is when she would proceed to make a post on Twitter saying, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened on Twitter. What I meant by NSFW, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd, never have not been okay with it. I just don't like seeing people fuck, lol. To me being a bitch, that's nothing new and I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect. Y'all are so bored that someone that just doesn't like porn made, you personally get riled up.
Wait, hold up. Being a bitch, that's nothing new. I've never been nice to people I don't Okay. Yeah. That's an interesting choice of words. Okay. Y'all are bored. Okay, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but okay.
Genuinely can't really care. If you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, I see no reason to be even respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry. She would then continue and
Oh,
say, was it right to do what I did? No, but I never pretended to be a role model whatsoever and openly hate other people, so who's surprised on that? To the people bringing up what happened with my relationship in the past as a blow, we practically moved on from it too. If you actually watch my streams, he's on it all the time. And we're happy as fuck just taking a break from streaming in Japan. I've never hid that whatsoever. To the people who think I'm not a good VTuber, never did the norm, and I don't plan to cry about it pussy. She would then reply to two
oh,
different replies, one supporting her and one shitting on her, and the latter said, so you're a massive bitch who mocks people for traumatic events that made them suicidal. Got it. Good to know. If you actually didn't bother to do any introspection, you're a sad person and it speaks to your true nature. To which Demi would say, yeah, honestly, if we're talking about Chibi here, I don't sincerely care. I was genuinely surprised he was the guy. The person supporting her would say, I feel like that should have been obvious to them. If we say NSFW, a lot of the times it is about people getting fucked or nudity. To which Demi would say, yeah, but they just want to farm Twitter engagement because they're poor as fuck and have nothing else to earn on. The OG post was obvious as fuck. So this post clarified her position on everything going on, but also confirmed
okay.
that unlike what some people were saying that she had left her abusive ex, no, she was actually still with that same person and they had solved
Oh,
things, that they're now happy together and having a good time in Japan. On the next day, June 14th, she would reply to this post
oh,
again
okay.
and say, to add to this, I talked to my community about what people are saying. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite. I do advocate mental.
I remember. Wait, something else I remember where she said like, "Oh, if you want a with Demi, I don't know if he's gonna talk about it or not." And it's so stupid. But I just thought it was so bizarre when she said like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk about the situation." Like indicating she's gonna talk about it on stream. She linked uh the Twitch channel to her 24-hour stream that shows like old footage and shit, and it was just I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know, like, ah, what's anyone doing? This is so weird.
Health for women and men. I, however, do not care about Chibi. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username, but I should have been the better person and said nothing. I've learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and the association with it. For people who think I'm backpedaling, no. I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest, especially that it was towards him. He's a piece of shit and everything about him is disgusting to me. Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general. For the original post, I didn't make the post for people to delete art of me. I did it just as a reminder of my stance, which hasn't changed. It annoyed me that people have the time to scroll on my page but not take the time to literally read the OG post and the reply not an hour after specifying what I exactly meant. So yeah, it annoyed me when all the blue badges came crawling in. My bad to my community for getting into drama again. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. Pancakes and waffles. Also, I'm not stupid. I know me saying my stance on the porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post was for people who cared about my stance. So she would clarify here, hey, I probably shouldn't have said anything to Chibi and just ignored him. I do
Yeah,
advocate for mental health for women.
I I don't know, man. If you My 2 cents is if you do mean it for across the board that you care about the mental health of everyone, even people you don't like or find annoying. Because people you don't like or find annoying might also need legitimate help, and you diminishing that does not help them from changing into better people. And that is what it comes down to for me. And that's why I have such a hard time, even though I really do not like Jimmy reviews, like being for real. The shit got so out of hand with him and with Demi just not handling it well. But it also got very out of hand with her because of the allegations and shit, like with the whole getting railed on stream shit. And I personally don't think she did, but or that doesn't matter. It's out there. The idea, the what people think, their opinions, it's all out there now. And public opinion means more than the truth a lot of time. Especially in the online space. So it's just like Okay, that got out of hand. His thing got out of hand. Cut your losses. Good fucking God.
And men, but I just don't care about Chibi. She would also specify, yes, she acknowledges the Streisand effect, right? When you don't want people to know something, then people start talking about it more in regards to nudity, but she doesn't care about that. She was just making a post talking directly to her community. That's it. After this post would get made, Chibi would tweet this out, saying, instead of apologizing and making peace, she doubles down in latest post and blocks me. I think this says a lot about them. And he would show a screenshot of Demi blocking him. He would then find out about her new reply that she made where she talked to her community, and he would also comment on it, saying, says sorry, not sorry. I just hate Chibi because he's a weirdo and will cheer on cheating because of it. Locks replies, treats me worse than the boyfriend that stabbed her in the leg that she's still with. Someone knows they are getting pushback. So look, by now, I'm sure you can understand.
He constantly picks what he starts shit, and then when people flame his ass, he plays victim. That's that's also the thing with Chivy, where again, like even though he went through all this shit, he does make it very hard to feel any sympathy or empathy for the man, just because he's so combative. You know what I mean? Like where he's so combative and antagonistic. Like it's on so many levels where it's just like
And how things have already started to spiral. And depending on your algorithm, depending on who you agree with, depending on how hard you look, you could find two very differing opinions at this point. The first group was focusing their hate on Demi, and the second group was focusing their hate on Chibi. This would, however, escalate to another level when Chibi would post again. This time, a video with him saying, addressing the VTuber drama, how she went mask off, and how I was personally attacked. Linking a video, and the thumbnail is Demi with text on her saying, she attacked me. In it, he would talk more about the things I already mentioned in this video. He'd call her a hypocrite, he'd say that she doesn't care about mental health because she attacked him and doesn't care that it almost made him leave the planet, etc., etc. Now, just like how on Demi's post, most of the replies were negative, the same thing can be said here on Chibi posting the video. So as I said, two very differing opinions, and you could find those opinions on the posts of these two, right? So look, this video would get a lot of attention from both sides, and the new narrative, other than the three others that we already spoke about, was that Demi was attacking Chibi. She was the aggressor, and he was the victim. Seeing all this, Demi would make another post, saying, addressing the drama, live right now, linking a Twitch channel that does 24-hour reruns of past Demi streams, baiting people to click on it. This post would go as far as being community noted.
oh yeah, okay. This is the part where I'm like, oh man. So it, oh Demi, oh Demi, baby, why?
Streams, baiting people to click on it. This post would go as far as being community noted, with a note saying, the linked Twitch stream is a 24/7 rerun channel replaying VODs, not a live broadcast. But while some would call this a top-tier troll, there was a looming shadow that was making its way towards Demi. The clip of her allegedly getting railed on stream was truly blowing up. Like, I mean, it was going mega viral. So much so that a user would make fan art of Demi getting piped while also making fun of the incident where she was stabbed, right? Saying, please don't let him find out, otherwise he'll stab me with the scissors again, effectively making it seem like she was cooking her boyfriend. Now, Demi would, for some reason, quote tweet this fan art. She would not, however, address this whole getting railed on stream thing. So I don't know why she decided to quote tweet this post in particular, but here's what she had to say. Chibi fans want to preach about men's mental health while making fun of a man's suicide attempt. I got slashed accidentally when I pulled the scissors away from him, trying to save his life from a horrible decision. Their obsession with the cuck fantasy also checks out. I had no idea that Chibi Reviews tried to take his own life, and I don't wish that upon anyone.
Wait, is it? No,
As
okay.
I said before, I don't care about the guy in general. I'm not going to apologize to a guy who dated a teen when he's pushing 30, scammed his fans out of thousands of dollars of a lawsuit that never happened. Never in my life have I heard of people siding with a cheating future wife in any scenario, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not surprised the guy doesn't understand boundaries/consent. If you want to hate me through how I speak and carry myself, fair game. However, if you're going to always complain about harassment in Twitter and cause harassment on me getting physically harmed, it makes zero sense. Anyway, I'm gonna continue my Japan trip. Peace emoji. Now, she would reply to this very shortly after and say, had to update the tweet since I didn't want to spread misinformation, my bad on that. And what she was referencing was the fact that in the first version of this, she would link an image in which Chibi Reviews says, went to Walmart today and saw some cute LOLIs, which honestly made my day, lol.
Ah, fucking damn it, dude. don't creep on the kids at a fucking Walmart, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So this is a fake tweet, right? Chibi never
Oh, it is. Okay, thank. You don't know this, especially when these motherfuckers are getting paid for their tweets and for engagement, and you're just like, okay, so a lot of them will just say anything, and it's just like, oh man.
tweeted this. Many use it to hate on him because if it were to be true, this would be him admitting that
No, it's an if it were to be true. It's not true. It didn't happen. Okay, she just kind of got bamboozled by a fake tweet. Okay, fuck it. It happens to all of us. Let's move on.
he pretty much likes children, right? IRL children, and still calls them LOLI, even though they're meant to be fictional characters, right? So, you know, just straight up admitting he's a pedophile. This image has spread so much throughout the internet that there's a lot of people who believe it's real. In fact, even Internet Anarchist, when he made his video about Chibi, had initially included this tweet, which later forced him to re-upload the video once he found out that it was fake. In this case though, Demi would fairly quickly remove it and edit the tweet because I'm pretty sure you can't edit after an hour had passed. But to some, the damage was already done. It didn't matter. You clearly knew what you were doing trying to slander his name, and no amount of trying to fix it will solve this. Now this tweet, of course, would attract many people who hate her. It would receive a lot of backlash. It simply didn't do anything to calm down Chibi fans who were pissed at her. At the same time, I'd be lying to you if I said that Chibi wasn't also receiving hate himself. As I said, opinions
okay,
were
there we
really
go.
divided into two categories with no nuance. You either hated Demi or you hated Chibi. There was no in between. But here's the thing. All of a sudden, you had a third group of people join in on this drama. People who didn't really care who Chibi or Demi even were. They were just shocked to see a VTuber allegedly getting railed live on stream.
yeah.
This is yet another post referencing that same stream, getting over 7 million views. Here's another post saying this clip makes it far more obvious what the fuck LMAO, getting 5 million views. Someone would say, man, she's weird for doing this, but why do people care about this? The person who posted it would say, who knows? I just thought it was funny, LMAO. So see, this was a third group of people coming in, not really caring about the drama. In fact, they don't even know how this drama began, just acting shocked over this. This is yet another post saying, yo, Demi, I think you might want to take down the VOD. Getting railed midstream is kind of crazy. This would again get over 6 million views. And I mean, in general, for June 14th and 15th, this had taken over the entire website. Now, yes, of course, I'm going to show you clips so that you can make up your own mind, but I just want you to understand. This had gotten so viral that when you go to YouTube, you can try this right now. Pause the video and do it yourself. If you just as much type Demi, you will see one of the first results being Demi plays Outer Wilds number 2. Demi Outer Wilds 2. Deminishki Outer Wilds. Demi Outwards 2 VOD. This didn't just take over the algorithm of Twitter. This took over the YouTube algorithm too. Prior to this drama, this VOD had like 50k views, maybe 60k views at most, under 100k for sure. In less than 48 hours, it had reached over 800,000 views. And as you might expect, most of the top comments, actually no, you know what? All of them are referencing her being railed. There were multiple comments describing in very painful detail what was happening during every suspicious event. I mean, this guy right here would just admit it himself. He spent 6 hours watching the VOD and making these timestamps. 6 hours. Everyone making these timestamps would claim that she was getting railed for over 2 hours on stream. So look, at this point, it's pointless.
God damn, that it's true. That man had stamina. Oh God.
To keep talking about this. You have to listen to it yourself to make up your own opinion. So let's do this. I'm going to increase the volume during editing on these clips so that way you can tell
God damn, Mujan, don't do this. Don't fucking.
what's going on, even if you're on speakers, because the people claiming she was getting railed were also claiming that they could hear clapping in the background. All right, so it's up to you to decide. Let's actually start with the first clip that went viral here. It's 2 minutes long, and this really was the one that started this narrative. Okay, this is Patient Zero. Watch for yourself.
All right, let's see.
Of course. This? Of course! Yes! I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says that there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked if— Wow, I cannot fucking read, dude. Dude, I was like actually like grade 1 level of like reading, dude. Oh my god, dude, shit. Oh my god. I just need to like calm down. I'm calm now. I hope you're pulling my
Locomotive limb.
This is so good. Read slower? You just gotta just lock in, dude. Okay, sorry. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Oh, I think I just have to go more American, sorry. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain that they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on an indefinite hiatus. Whoa! I suddenly can read really properly, what the fuck? Tell Private and Mallow they should return from the cannon.
Okay.
My spouse and I will remain from the construction yard from now.
Oh yeah, oh baby,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Mallow and I will join you and Dad's. Private left to... I can't. Private left to visit her friends. She fears Idea may feel responsible. What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean?
What does it mean? Leave! Fucking leave!
Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last...
Oh god, talking about one thing and I talk about a different drama with fucking Hassan back in the day. Leave! Fucking leave!
with cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Wait, they found the eye!
Alright, so this was the clip with 10 million views. What were you supposed to look out for? Well, according to the people alleging that she was getting railed here, it was about her over-the-top reactions. It was about her constantly wiggling back and forth. It was about her behavior in general, alright? Now to the person that said, this clip makes it far more obvious, WTF, LMAO, also garnering 5 million views, I'll let you watch it and decide for yourself.
We'll be ignoring that setting. Oh, I can pause it with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest we do. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it structurally would stand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can and as far as it can. I see.
So again, same argument here, her behavior, the way she's talking, the way she's moving. These two clips were enough for these people to conclude that she was being hyped. Now I'm going to use some of the top comments on this video of people who genuinely believe that she got railed so that you can determine whether what they're saying is real or not. One top comment would say, bro, the clap, crying emoji. So let's take a look at that.
Oh, I can pause it with nearly 100%.
Right, so that clap right there was deemed suspicious. Another top comment would say she tried to play that off, linking another timestamp. Let's check it out.
I need to keep on sight everything that's already still here.
Another top comment would say here, she is really taking it here, bro. Linking another timestamp.
Fuck. Maybe read more than half of the instructions. Like, okay, listen.
Actually, other than timestamps, there's also most replayed. Oh my god, this VOD has been watched so many times. Around 112, it's the...
Good God, these people need jobs.
most replayed part of the entire video, so we can check that out too. It's her with her tongue out.
God, dude, I need to stop sticking my tongue out when I'm focusing. It's really fucking embarrassing and I don't know how to fucking stop.
Alright, so I guess it's mostly about the tongue here. And the rest of this most replayed part is the clips that we already saw, the ones that got 10 million views and 5 million views. I guess, okay, the actual last thing I'll show you is something from this diabolical codex of timestamps in which this person highlights that Demi was being, well, choked.
Why is everything going bad?
I also saw a post on Twitter saying that this was proof that she liked to be choked during, you know what. But I'll leave that up to you. Was she actually going through that, or was this nothing more than a bit?
Fuck is this video? Hold up. So No, he's focusing too much on this whole getting railed thing. I'm sorry. Like, this could have been cut. I'm like being real, just because you could just like, look, just play that first 2 minute video, and it's like, look, it's up to you. There's all these fucking pulls. Slide over it. This is all redundant now. This is redundant as fuck, Mujin. I'm sorry, bro.
A joke. And I'd say the last notable clip here is someone on Twitter claiming that she is grabbing his shit on stream, also garnering around
Oh, Rock
5
Solid?
million
God damn it. I always try my best to block that dude.
views.
Like, I don't know why. Well, okay, I know why. I just hate everything he says.
Okay, again, up to you to decide.
Boom. Exorcising is a 10 months.
And with that, you are all caught up to the clips where people were claiming that she was being railed. Now, of course, while this did go viral and led to millions of people believing it, there were still some people that disagreed, right? That offered counter arguments. Like, for example, this person would show this clip saying that, yes, this clip where she acted kind of sus was missing context, because this is what happened prior. This is referencing the clip that got 10 million views.
The thought of concluding our elders' curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. God, dude, am I reading some fucking, like, e-sex? What the fuck is going on?
Regardless, though,
Oh my god. Okay.
this had blown up beyond anyone's wildest dreams. But instead of addressing this on Twitter, Demi would actually take the decision to address it in her Discord, straight to her community. She would post an announcement saying, "I'm not really surprised that Chibi viewers genuinely believe."
Okay, this feels like it's all about the fucking did she get railed on stream shit? I've seen enough. Look, Mujin, you tried to fill out to get an hour, and you failed. And that's okay. Now this is, even though the end of this, it's just kind of like, what the fuck are we talking about, dude? Okay, okay. I think we're about to get into some of the like I'll get like we're after the fucking. If he's still talking about the getting railed shit, I swear to God, I'll turn off the video because I'm like, dude, move on. You've said what you need to say, which is basically that was the accusation. Oh, there we go.
Million views and would get people agreeing with it, it would of course still get backlash.
Oh, Demi fans fighting for their lives, trying not to get labeled as an army of cuckolds. Oh.
Just like everything we've seen, honestly, so far. With this person calling Demi fans cuckolds, implying that they're just coping over the fact that she was being railed on stream. Manager Jojo, the same guy who was trying to debunk these claims, would even go as far as show proof that these two VODs actually line up by showing his editing software, because some were claiming that he was using the wrong VOD and that he was a liar. By this point, this was really all over the place. Depending on your interests on Twitter, it could have literally just taken over your entire feed, and it was really featuring every single type of personality at this point. You had detectives, you had shit posters, you had normies who had no idea what was going on that were just interested in the idea of a VTuber getting railed on stream. As I said, this had been trending on Twitter for multiple days, claiming that there were over 250,000 posts made just talking about it. It would become a global phenomenon, spreading as far as Indonesia, the entire Spanish-speaking community, and even China. Okay? Do you know how many Western dramas make it to China or Japan? I apologize in advance for revealing to you this information, but this Japanese person would claim that they love Demi, the idea of a VTuber getting piped on stream is really hot, and would then proceed to spill their mayonnaise over this image of her, okay? I can't really explain this in more detail, all right? He would just empty his mayonnaise bottle on this image of her VTuber model. This had escalated to the most ridiculous level I've seen in so long, and yet I'm here to tell you that it somehow escalated further and got worse.
How?
So by June 16th, barely just a few days after this had began, Chibi would make a...
I feel... Okay. I think y'all past apologies. Just stop talking to each other. Just stop talking to each other. Fuck it.
Tweet saying, I feel this is important to say. If Demi actually offered
I think the biggest problem is no one knows how to shut the fuck up. Good lord. Let me get some more water. Oh my god. If only either of them had the power to log off and shut the fuck up.
me a sincere
If only.
apology, I'd accept it on the spot. I believe in forgiveness and goodwill. However, apologies are hard nowadays because of pride and ego usually gets in the way, especially if you're a content creator. So again, as I said earlier, to Chibi, he was the real victim here and Demi was the aggressor.
I was about to say, yeah, you started. Dude.
If she had
First
simply just
swing.
apologized, then none of this would have happened. He would also comment on all these viral clips of that Outer World stream, saying,
Yeah.
when it's multiple examples of her getting railed, it's no longer just an act. We don't have complete definitive proof, but it is damning. Now, of course, this would lead to some people saying we don't have complete definitive proof, so it's fine to call Chibi a pedophile then. Just the usual back and forth that you find on this website, but you
Yeah.
get the point. To Chibi, she was 100% being piped on stream, and it further showed just how bad her character truly was. But this simply
Right.
wasn't about her brand or VTuber model anymore, because now this would
Oh,
escalate further
they started talking about her body. And I'm gonna be honest.
by including the way she looked
But I was like, that has nothing to do with what. Look, she doesn't look bad, okay? She looks very nice. She looks good. I don't know, man.
IRL. Yes, this image shows Demi in real life. A Twitter user would make a now deleted post, I'll explain why it's deleted, but they would make a post attaching this image and calling Demi a whale, right? Attacking how she looks, body shaming, etc., etc. Now, what would happen next was unexpected, I think, to many, especially the poster. Asmongold would come in, reply to
Oh
this
my
post.
god! Only a wait, a void would post a picture like this of another girl in an attempt to shame her. For many, this is a or even only jealous girls with genes wouldn't understand that. She carries less fat on her face than you do. Think about that. Oh goddamn! Aspen running defense for Demi.
And say,
Who would have
only a
thought it?
fool, I'm pretty sure I cannot say that word on YouTube, only a fool would post a photo like this of another girl in an attempt to shame her. For many, this is an A or even S tier body type. Only jealous girls with eating disorders wouldn't understand that. She carries less fat in her face than you do. Think about that. Aspen would say this because other than the picture of her body, it would also include this image of Demi, her actual face. This reply from Aspen would get almost 1 million views, and he would get a lot of hate for it. His own community was fairly outraged over the fact that just 2 months ago he had made a video titled "Fat Acceptance Has Gone Too Far," and there he was, very directly defending someone that they thought was fat, but in his opinion was an S-tier body. But here's the thing, the person who had initially posted this, right, calling her
That's right. It was another woman. I mean, you call people fat all the time, bro. Let's not play hypocrisy game. Also, the photos were already publicly available. Let's not play that game, bub. Says Mayo, you insulted women for no reason.
a
Okay.
whale and getting hundreds of thousands of views, maybe even more than 1 million, was expecting Asman to maybe react to this and agree with them on stream. When he would come in and disagree though, the original poster would, without exaggeration,
They
have
flipped.
a meltdown. They'd say, I mean, you call people fat all the time, bro. Let's not play the hypocrisy game. Also, photos were already publicly available. Let's not play this game, bub. Again, sit this one out. And they would continue to say, says male. So you insulted women for no reason in your response, and yes, I'll insult the whale. Have a good day, bro. Keep up the good political streams. I'll be tuning in. They would then make another post saying, also, I am a man, bro, so you trying to play hero was retarded. Just saying, man, want to read a profile before you jump in like a simp and talk shit, lol. They would then make another reply saying, lol, this thread got some angry crybaby simps in here, lol. I mean, please continue. Here we go with another reply. Funny how literally minus a select few simps, the majority agrees with me, Asmund. Take the L, my guy. You have been racking those up lately. Gotta relax.
Good lord.
relax a bit, lol.
It's just Twitter,
This
man.
person would then go ahead and tag 3 different content.
No. Look, Muujin. This person doesn't matter. Muujin, this person does not matter. Why are you showing me this shit? What are you doing, man? Enjoy this new L take from Asmund. Roasting, insinuating that she reads the pedophile. I'd be more worried about you thinking a dog character. What?
Creators calling them out saying, hey, you guys would love this. You might enjoy this L take from Asmund. Hey, check it out. Come here, look at this. And the last thing they would say is, people are telling me now to block Asmongold and report Mass's account. Yeah, no, I don't do that shit. It is retarded. He has a right to comment even if it is a retarded take. Unlike most people on here, I am not sensitive. He is allowed to roast me, as I will him. And yeah, shortly afterwards, this person would go ahead and delete the original post. But the reason why I'm even mentioning it was because the damage had been done. As I said, it would get a substantial amount of views, and now more people were aware of how Demi looked IRL. Most of them probably didn't even know that she had revealed her face and her body, but now they did, and they were using it against her in replies to her posts. But don't worry, we're not going to be talking about her body too long, because something...
Oh, her... Is it still called bipolar? Because I think they changed the name. And I really don't understand why. I don't know. I the medical community confuses me, especially when they change like again just old terms to new ones because people were misusing the old ones, but then they'll use the new ones to the yeah. I mean, it's this kind of circular logic.
else would sprout out during this whole radioactive mess. Some people would find old tweets of hers, like back in March 2023, in which she said, I have BPD, which stands for borderline personality disorder.
There we go, borderline personality disorder. I'm like, and at one point I think it was bipolar disorder, but okay, borderline personality disorder. Okay.
She would say, I'd like to apologize for sometimes, in a way, sabotaging my own growth in Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm not good with change, to be honest, so when chat starts to be different and etc., I kind of freak out mentally, trying my best to be better, much love. So this person would write an entire post of 12 paragraphs, garnering over 3 million views, attaching this image we just saw, and would essentially say, hey, listen, my sister has BPD, so I can speak on Demi. And in it, he'd argue that much of her behavior that her haters had a problem with was...
Oh, it's an AI account. Wait, AI Emerald Apple. Okay, is it gonna go back to the fucking chibi shit?
everything, right? Whether people were using her IRL appearance, her current relationship with her boyfriend, the fact that she has BPD, honestly, nothing mattered when put up against the main thing that people were interested in, which was the narrative of her being piped on stream. So on June 16th, she would finally make a tweet addressing it, and she kept it very short, saying, if I was crazy enough to fuck on stream, I'd at least have an OF to bait engagement skull emoji. Stop forcing your cuck fantasies on others, my ass too fat to move that little. This would garner millions of views, but it would also garner many replies. And I mean, it's really mixed here. Looking at the top replies, one can say that genuinely half of them are siding with her and half of them are going against her, saying, yeah, dude, we have enough proof to deduce that you were actually doing it live on stream. As this was happening, Chibi would tweet this, saying, hold up, is it true she's deleting tweets to hide evidence now? This all could have been avoided if she didn't double and triple down. My mask off ability is stronger than ever. As this was going on, he would do something that he always typically does whenever there's a conflict or drama surrounding him, which is post a screenshot of his stats, saying my stats on Twitter for the last 7 days, showing that he's gotten over 17 million impressions, which also means money since he's monetized on the website. Now, Demi wouldn't post anything for around more than 24 hours since she would make that post about how if she really wanted to get railed on stream, at least she would have an OF account. And then on June 17th, she would decide to make this post saying, I was ready to genuinely take this to the ground because of the idea that why should I ever feel bad being rude to someone who's a piece of shit? But after some reflection, the thought occurred to me, do I really want to go as low as him though? And the answer was no. I said what I said because I personally think that there is no scenario that a friend group chooses the
How much time do we got?
side of a feeling.
About 10 minutes. Fuck. What more is there? Oh my god. Okay. So, Demi's, again, another apology, not apology thing. It's like, okay.
fiance that cheats. I can't even fathom friends siding with a cheater. However, would I have brought it up if I knew that he was suicidal because of it? No. I admitted it in the previous tweet, so why didn't I apologize? Because he's this and that, blah blah blah. But I thought about it, and that kind of ideology is quite harmful. I knew I was wrong, and I admitted that twice, but I didn't apologize. So after reflection, I am sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone suicidal. It was a low blow even if I didn't know, regardless of whether he was intentionally being a piece of shit. I don't want to stoop to his level. I'd rather be better and learn from my mistakes. So this was Demi essentially saying, look, I know what I did. I know I've already said it was wrong, but I didn't apologize. So at this point, I don't want to stoop as low as someone like Chibi. I do want to apologize. I had no idea that he almost left this planet due to this happening to him. So I'm sorry. I'll apologize even if you were intentionally being a piece of shit. Now, Demi had reached this conclusion, right? She felt this was the right thing to do. There were some people who supported her, but for the most part, the replies were either littered with, this isn't a real apology, you owe Chibi more than that, and why did you apologize? Chibi doesn't deserve an apology. Now, shortly before this apology, Chibi would make this tweet saying, keeping it real and personal. I think the reason Demi attacked my personal life like she did was because 95% of the time people get away with it. You all have seen the tweets people have made about me, so the fact this blew up in the VTuber Demi's face is even a shock to me, and I know it is for her. Every post she makes has a shit ton of likes, but you're hard pressed to find a single positive comment defending her, and if you do, they are ratioed. Now, I'm not saying she's botting, but I know others can push bots on someone's post. It's not normal for a post to get that many likes, like 99% of the comments totaling hundreds or even thousands disagreeing with the main post. But onto the real point, I legit have weathered so much hatred that truthfully these last few days have been nothing. Nothing compares to the real life pain
Chibi, just take it and leave,
I experienced months ago. The worst day I had is behind me, and I have grown mentally stronger because of it. It's just funny seeing how I can cause a massive crash out on this scale for someone that is more successful than me. Anyways, just my throwaway thoughts on this entire situation was an extremely rare miscalculation that I didn't even expect. So here Chibi was pretty much, I guess, gloating that this had blown up in Demi's face, even though she's more successful than him, while also kind of accusing her of botting, or at least her community of botting, saying that her posts get way too many likes compared to how many people are willing to defend her in the replies. What do you think? Are they bots, or are they simply employed? Up to you to decide. Upon seeing the apology, Chibi would make this tweet, saying, after days of doubling down, Demi has finally decided to apologize to me at the end of her latest tweet. Before she did that, however, she made sure to call me a piece of shit, along with a few other things, despite saying she won't stoop low. Progress, I guess. So to Chibi, yeah, she did apologize, but it wasn't really an actual, real apology, but hey, at least it's progress. A few hours later, he would make another tweet saying, despite VTuber Demi offering me an apology that called me a piece of shit and she will never stoop low, Demi went on to posting this on her official Discord saying the apology was never intended for me. However, prior to the Discord messages, she privately DM'd me on Twitter apologizing. So this means her private apology to me in DMs wasn't sincere at all, which is why I am showing it. So this was the screenshot of what Demi said in the Discord. I'm going to read it out. She said, I'm seeing a lot of messages here in the Discord. Please, crying emoji. It was never for them. They would have never been any of my viewers. Look at any of their profiles and realize that I angered the group of people that I would have banned in my chat anyway, literally. I did this apology not only for me, but for my community to be able to move on. I personally think I can genuinely think someone else is a piece of shit while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing something too. And then he would show the image of her sending him a DM saying, Chibi, genuinely my bad for making you remember something that traumatized you. I had no idea when I made that first message. So look, objectively speaking, right, Chibi is wrong here. He'd say Demi went on to posting this on her official Discord saying the apology was never intended for me. I'm pretty sure he's referencing the first paragraph here, her saying it was never
I think
for them. I'm pretty sure here she was saying that this apology wasn't for anyone who was trying to slander her name, anyone who was saying that she was getting railed, anyone that was calling her a hypocrite. She would specifically say, look at any of their profiles and realize that I angered the group of people that I would have banned in my chat anyway, literally. Maybe Chibi's referencing her last sentence. I did this apology not only for me, but for my community to be able to move on. But then she would specify, I personally think I can genuinely think someone else is a piece of shit. Here she's referencing Chibi, while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing something too. Someone would reply to Chibi's post saying, I still wouldn't trust it, but that's me. And then Chibi would say, she straight up admitted it wasn't an apology to me with these posts, so there's nothing to trust. Again, I would think that most people looking at this wouldn't really understand it the same way, but regardless of whether she actually meant it towards him or not, Chibi was not convinced. He was not ready to let this die down. On June 18th, he would make a post saying, VTuber Demi has apologized to me, but do I accept it or deny it? Linking a video and an image of Demi's model on the ukulele apology. At this point though, people had already somewhat started to move on from this, but to the people who were still invested, there were many mixed opinions. She didn't mean this. She was forced to make this apology, or she actually meant it, or even if she didn't mean it, just move on already and get to something else. In this
Good
video of
lord,
his, he
that's
would
where I'm at
reiterate
with
what
it.
he's already said on Twitter. The fact that this wasn't a real apology, the fact that her Discord message disproved what she was saying to him in DMs, while giving a full 17-minute recap of what happened so far, and of course referencing the whole idea of her getting railed on stream. Watch.
Trying to retweet NSFW of her model despite saying she doesn't want it. But even prior to this, she literally has these streams where she's making very suggestive and adult-like sounds. And you know, let's just go on a limb here and humor the fact of what some people are saying, that Demi, you know, wasn't getting, you know, stuff like that in the live stream. Okay, the sounds, the way it is presented is very suggestive.
Oh man, you.
Now, I'm gonna say, I don't care if a VTuber or anyone wants to do that. What I am saying is that she had the audacity to do stuff like that within a stream, even if nothing was happening, and then goes on to do stuff like this. It's just like, you know what you're doing. It feels very performative, it feels very hypocritical, and virtue signaling.
So yeah, it seemed like Chibi was not backing down from this. He was still using the same talking points, simply reiterating them on the video, while also insisting that other than the Discord message making it sound disingenuous, she couldn't even say the word sorry in DMs, she could only say my bad. Again, proving to him that this wasn't real. He would then end his video by saying this.
That's content creation. The internet will not let you forget. So even if she was to apologize to me, people, that wouldn't be enough for them. Even if it was enough for me, it wouldn't be enough for them. But I will say, if she genuinely does want to apologize, I will accept an actual apology instead of these backhanded, back and forth things going on, trying to label me a piece of shit just for being weird. It's just, all this started from me calling you a virtue signaler. I would like to remind that. So,
for Chibi, the narrative had not changed here. He was the victim, she was his aggressor, but if she's still willing to make a sincere apology to him, he's willing to forgive her. What do you think of this? Is he right here, or is he moving the goalpost to the point where Demi can never win? Now, speaking of Demi, it seems like she genuinely moved on from this and isn't interested in pursuing it further. On June 18th, the same day Chibi would post his video, she would tweet out, "I have never had this much compliments with how I look before. I've always been insecure with being a bigger girl and struggled to lose weight because of EDS and PMOS. Maybe I'll send an update photo of my progress since a lot of people are liking old tweets." This would get a lot of attention, and yet again, the replies will be very mixed. On one hand, they're not willing to let her forget what she did to Chibi unless she apologizes, and on the other, well, they were just they were just being gooners, okay? And with that, congratulations, you're all caught up on this absolute radioactive mess. Here's hoping it doesn't progress further. Alright, so final thoughts. If I had to compare this to something, I would compare it to World War I. You know, history books tell you that World War I started because Austria's Archduke, Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated. But after 4 years of one of the most brutal wars in human history, after millions dead, do you think anyone in 1918 thinking about the war was like, oh yeah, I remember how it started? No, it had escalated to something so crazy that it didn't really matter how it started. And that's the same exact thing here. How did this thing start? Who cares? This had blown up past the stratosphere with allegations against Demi that she was being railed on stream. This was never about what she said to Chibi or her not being okay with NSFW art of her that involved her getting railed. Look, a few years ago, this would have been petty, D-tier level drama, but if you've noticed, especially since the beginning of this year, dramas, no matter how small, seem to be dragged out and blown up way beyond proportion to the point where it doesn't make sense anymore. I don't think it's purely just because people have a thirst for drama these days more than usual, but I also think it's due to this logic, with this person right here quote tweeting the clip where allegedly Demi got railed, saying, "I'm choosing to believe that Demi is an exhibitionist and got cracked on stream, not because it's true, but because it's funny." Sometimes believing in something is just way funnier than not believing in it. And I'd say if I really had to explain why this blew up to the point where it did, it's because of this logic. And if you ever needed a reminder as to why you should never download Twitter if you don't have it on your phone, then I think this video served its purpose in that regard. So yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Mujan, you kind of covered it, but this was also a whole lot of nothing, bro. Good lord. Okay. Do I have any closing statements for today before I call it a day? No. Why? Because I need to charge my phone before I go to my parents' place because I gotta spend the night there. That's just me being real with you. Anyway. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This was a good stream. It was a long stream. It was a dream stream. Oh, excuse me. However, I must say goodbye, and I must say I hope I never see you again. Oh Lord. Okay. Thank you for being here with me. I, I do appreciate each and every one of you that either drops in on the stream, or if when you see the VODs later, I see the view counts going up a little bit. I'm like, yay! Usually I average 4 views, and now I'm at 7. Yippee! Yippee skippy! Oh my god. Anyway, if I'll s- I'll see you Monday if anything. Like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna be busy, and Sunday I really don't think I'm gonna be available, but we'll see. I might use, even if I am available, I'm probably gonna use the day to kind of get familiarize myself more with fucking OBS. Oh boy. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. You guys all behave.